Think about the wars of the 20th century. Victory belonged to whoever could churn out the most steel and send the most troops to the front line. It was an equation of pure industrial scale and sheer volume. Today, that equation is broken. Modern adversaries don't need to match a defender tank for tank. They just need to make defense financially ruinous, using cheap, disposable weapons to force the deployment of highly expensive countermeasures. Look at the numbers from recent Middle Eastern conflicts. An attacker launches a strike drone that costs around $20,000 to build. To stop it, the defender has to fire an interceptor missile that hands them a $4 million bill. The math gets worse when you look at the factory floor. Attackers are currently producing hundreds of drones a day. Meanwhile, the contractors building the interceptors are measuring their output in hundreds per year. The gap between what's flying in and what's available to shoot them down keeps growing. In an economic war of attrition, whoever runs out of money first loses. The most well-equipped militaries in the world are finding that their legacy defense systems simply cannot sustain this kind of relentless, low-cost assault indefinitely. For India, an import-heavy defense model creates a structural financial drain. Every threat neutralized with a foreign missile represents a capital transfer that the current economic equation cannot sustain over a long-term conflict. India is aggressively building its own unmanned warfare ecosystem from the ground up. Instead of patching together foreign systems, the government is mobilizing public defense contractors and private companies to build a full spectrum of domestic drone technology. A core part of this strategy relies on loitering munitions. Unlike standard missiles, these systems hover over a battlefield, allowing commanders to observe dynamic targets in real time and strike with precision exactly when needed. Sending drones out is only half the equation. To handle incoming hostile swarms, Indian defense firms are developing layered countermeasures, deploying AI-powered radio frequency jammers and directed energy laser weapons to burn threats from the sky. To lock this in, the government launched Mission Drone Shakti. This 1,600 crore rupee initiative has an explicit mandate: eliminate reliance on Chinese components, forcing the indigenization of every motor, battery, and microchip to ensure the entire hardware stack is manufactured entirely within India. This strict policy creates a closed loop of demand. Consider subscribing if you can understand what is happening in our country. It guarantees a multi-decade pipeline of government capital flowing directly into domestic private manufacturers. This mandate scales far beyond tactical quadcopters. India is funding a 39,000 crore rupee program to build the Ghatak, a stealth 13-ton unmanned combat aircraft designed to penetrate contested airspace with zero pilot risk. To protect its own airspace, India is building Project Kusha. It is a fully indigenous, long-range surface-to-air missile shield engineered to replace a decades-long habit of buying off-the-shelf foreign technology. Relying on imported hardware like the Russian S-400 or American alternatives creates deep logistical dependencies. When you buy a foreign shield, you don't control the source code or the supply chain, making you subject to the vendor's geopolitical leverage. Project Kusha eliminates that leverage using a multi-tiered architecture built at home. It deploys 3 interceptor variants, M1, M2, and M3, calibrated for 150, 250, and 400 kilometers. By stacking these zones, it creates overlapping safety nets, neutralizing the risk of a single point of failure. Because the software and hardware are completely sovereign, India maintains total control over future upgrades and integration. For the domestic companies building the radar and propulsion systems, this translates into long-term, recurring orders that cannot be outsourced. All of this points to a silent risk that markets are currently mispricing: supply chain attrition. When a country relies on a globalized network for critical defense assets, a single trade embargo, a blocked shipping lane, or a diplomatic dispute can instantly cripple its military readiness. Every external dependency is a potential choke point. To remove these blind spots entirely, India is launching the SPS-3 program. Over the next decade, a constellation of 52 dedicated satellites will provide real-time, weather-proof surveillance across its borders and oceans, giving the military independent eyes in space. They are matching this vision on the kinetic side with the BrahMos 2. By developing air-breathing scramjet engines capable of sustained Mach 5 speeds, India is entering a highly exclusive global club of nations holding operational hypersonic strike capabilities. Step back and look at the architecture being assembled. Tactical drones, the layered shields of Project Kusha, space-based surveillance, and unhackable quantum communication networks are all being integrated into one cohesive sovereign system. Defense self-reliance has evolved into a structural economic shift. By anchoring long-term procurement to domestic players, India is redirecting billions in capital towards its own deep tech and electronics manufacturing base. If you have been watching this video till now, then you should definitely give a like, hit the subscribe button, and watch my next video.